Hello students, welcome to the Sigma classes. So welcome back to our channel. So today, as I told you yesterday, I have completed the chapter real numbers, and today we are going to start the new chapter, that is pair of linear equation in two variables. First of all, we'll be continuing or with the 10th standard class, whatever we call it, syllabus, 10th class syllabus only. Then gradually, I'll be making videos on ninth standard as well. And if time permits, we'll be starting with class 11th and 12th. Anyway, it will take a lot of time because hardly I upload one video in one day, but it will take time. Anyway, it's not a big issue. We'll see about it. Uh, so what I'm going to start today, that's pair of linear equation in two variables. See, linear equation in two variables is that topic which you have already studied in class 9th. And in class 8th and 7th, you have studied about the linear equation in one variable. So we will be starting with the very basics. We'll be understanding the basic meaning of an equation. We'll be understanding what an equation is. And then we'll be solving some question on how to solve the equation. And then we will come on to the topic, that is pair of linear equation in two variables. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's get started. Let me just present my screen. Okay. So the topic name is pair of linear equation in two variables. But before that, let's understand this word here. Let's understand this word, that is equation. What is an equation? See, just try to recall what an equation is. See, equation in simplest word, I would say a balancing condition. Have you ever seen a weighing balance? Weighing balance मतलब तराजू. तराजू देखिए आप लोगों ने. तो तराजू में वो क्या करता है? देखो तराजू कुछ ऐसे होती है, दो पल्ले होते हैं उसको, दो पेन होते हैं, लेफ्ट और राइट पेन. ठीक है, ये कुछ इस तरीके से जुड़ी हुई होती है एक लीवर के थ्रू. ठीक है, ऐसी होती है कुछ तराजू. सो जब आप सपोज आपने लेफ्ट साइड पर ज्यादा वेट रख दिया एज कंपेयर टू राइट साइड, तो क्या होगा? जो लेफ्ट वाला पेन है वो नीचे आ जाएगा और जो राइट वाला पेन है वो ऊपर चला जाएगा. बैलेंस नहीं हो पाएगी. लेकिन जब आप सेम वेट रखते हो, सपोज आपने 1 किलो टमाटर रखे यहाँ पर, 1 किलो टमाटर रखे और 1 किलो का वेट रखा. वेट मतलब बाट, आम भाषा में बाट ही बोलते हैं उसको. तो 1 किलो का बट्टा रखा और 1 किलो टमाटर रख दिए. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा इस केस में? इफ द वेट ऑन लेफ्ट पेन एंड द राइट पेन इज सेम, देन द लेवल ऑफ बोथ द पेन्स विल बी एट द सेम. है ना? जो लेवल है दोनों पेन्स का वो सेम होगा. दोनों एक दूसरे के आमने सामने होंगे, कोई भी ऊपर या नीचे नहीं होगा, सेम होंगे बिल्कुल. है ना? So that condition is called a balancing condition, and that balancing condition is nothing but an equation. That balancing condition is nothing but a balancing condition. Or in other words, I can say, suppose there is a stone of weight 1 kg, and there are some tomatoes weighs 1 kg. So I can say that the weight of stone is equals to weight of tomatoes. This is what I can say. So the weight of stone is equals to weight of tomato. जो दोनों का वजन है वो बराबर है. बराबर is nothing but equation. Okay, a balancing condition यहाँ पर आ गई है. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let's understand it in mathematical terms. Mathematical terms में how we will define equation. See, an equation is nothing but a statement where two algebraic expressions says the same thing or both are equal to each other. If I say weight of stone, this is a expression, and weight of tomatoes, they are equals to each other. So there are two expressions, but they are equals to each other. Okay, so this is an equation. एक balancing condition है जहां पर दो algebraic expression आपस में equal होते हैं. For example, and how to make linear equation in one variable, let me just show you. Suppose मुझे तो मालूम है कि यहाँ पर 1 किलो टमाटर है, मैंने यहाँ पर ना सपोज 300 ग्राम्स का कोई वेट रख दिया। तो अब मुझे बताओ बैलेंस करने के लिए मुझे यहाँ पर क्या रखना पड़ेगा। आई डू नॉट नो क्या रखना पड़ेगा। मैंने एक वेरिएबल मान लिया x, मैंने कहा कि x ग्राम वेट मुझे यहाँ पर रखना पड़ेगा। तो इस बैलेंसिंग कंडीशन के अकॉर्डिंग जो लेफ्ट साइड पर वेट है वो राइट साइड पर टमाटो के वेट के इक्वल होना चाहिए, यानी 1000 ग्राम होना चाहिए, क्योंकि 1 किलो टमाटर मतलब 1000 ग्राम है ना, क्योंकि ये बैलेंसिंग कंडीशन में है, इसीलिए दोनों बराबर होने चाहिए। सो दिस इक्वल टू साइन प्लेज एन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल हियर। So now, in order to solve this, so this equation we got here, this equation is we got here, it's called a linear equation in one variable. This is what we call a linear equation in one variable. Let's understand it. Let's understand it with the terms. See, first of all, is that an equation? Yes, there is an equal to sign. है ना, equal to sign है यहाँ पर, तो yes, it's an equation. Is that linear? How to check whether it is linear? You have to check the power of the variable. If the power or if the exponent of the variable is 1, then it is linear equation. Is this clear to all of you? I hope it is clear, because in polynomials we saw that if the degree of the polynomial is 1, then it is linear polynomial. So same case here. If the degree of the equation is 1, then it is linear equation. And why one variable? Because there is only one variable involved here, x. Only one variable is involved here. So that's why it is linear equation in one variable. I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let's see how we can solve this equation. See, we have to solve this equation 300 plus x equals to 1000. Let's try to understand it. It says that instead of x, what we should place here so that the statement or the values on the left hand side becomes equal to the right hand side. हम x की जगह यहाँ पर क्या रखें ताकि लेफ्ट साइड पर जो वैल्यू है वो राइट साइड के इक्वल हो जाए। ऑब्वियस सी बात है 700 रखें, लेकिन इसको हम निकालेंगे कैसे? ये तो बहुत सिंपल है। कई बार हमारे पास कॉम्प्लेक्स सिचुएशन आ जाती है, तो वहां पर कैसे करेंगे? देखो, वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व दिस बाय ट्रांसपोजिशन मेथड। ट्रांसपोजिशन मेथड में क्या होता है, हम कांस्टेंट एक तरफ लेके जाते हैं, वेरिएबल्स एक तरफ लेके जाते हैं। सीधी सी बात है भाई, अगर कोई भी नंबर आप जो लेफ्ट साइड पर एडिशन या सब्ट्रैक्शन में है, अगर आप उसको राइट साइड में लेकर जाओगे उसका साइन बदलेगा, नेगेटिव हो जाएगा पॉजिटिव, पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा नेगेटिव, और वाइस वर्सा। राइट साइड से भी अगर लेफ्ट साइड लेके आते हो तब भी ऐसा ही होगा, साइन चेंज हो जाते हैं। सो आई एम गोइंग टू टेक दिस 300 ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड. See here 300 is plus. When I take it on the right hand side, it will become negative. X comes out to be 700. X comes out to be 700. So that's how you can solve an equation. Now there are other equations as well. It's just a pure simple equation, but we have some other equations which may look complex, but they are easy. They are really easy in order to solve them. See, suppose we have this equation. We want to solve this equation for x. How we will? And let me just take the LCM. I say that this is 6. Now we have to solve this. This is really easy. How we can solve this? See, we'll be solving this equation. First of all, whatever written on the left hand side, we'll be solving it, and then we'll be doing the cross multiplication with the right hand side. So let's try to simplify it on the left hand side. The LCM of 4 and 6, which is going to be 12. Now, you will divide the LCM by 4, you are going to get 3. 3 multiplied by numerator, that's 5x. So 15 3 is 15x. Minus, you will divide 12 by 6, you are going to get 2. 2 multiplied by 7 into x plus 3. So 2 into 7. 2 into 7 into x plus 3. I'm just writing one more step so that you can easily get it. ठीक है, बाकी 10th पे तो आप लोगों को ये आना चाहिए. 14 into x plus 3 upon 12. 5x plus 3 upon 8. Now we need to solve this. This is so easy. 15x minus 14 into x minus 14x. Minus 14 into plus 3 minus 42 divided by 12 equals 5x plus 3 divided by 8. Now if you solve it, 15x minus 14x, that's x minus 42 divided by 12 equal 5x plus 3 upon 8. Now we have to solve this. There is nothing we can do. We just need to do cross multiplication now. 8 into x, 8x. 8 into minus 42, 8 to the 16, 8 4s of 32, 32 or 3, 36. 12 by the 60x plus 36. Take this. Now, how to solve this? See, we'll be taking variable terms on one side and constant terms on the right side, or one other side. I'm going to take 336 on the right hand side and 60x on the left hand side. Okay, 8x minus 60x 36. See, if I'm taking this minus 336 on the right hand side, no, it will become positive. The sign will change. Here you can see 60x was positive, but when I took it on the left hand side, the sign become negative. So minus 52x is equals to 6, 6, 12, 7, 372. So x going to be minus 372 upon 52. You can simplify this and you can get the answer. Okay, minus 186 divided by 26. You can again divide it. You can again divide it and you are going to get minus 93 divided by 30. So this will be the value of x, which will satisfy that equation. Satisfy मतलब वही बात होती है कि x की क्या वैल्यू रखे ताकि ये जो हमारी इक्वेशन है ये लेफ्ट हैंड साइड और राइट हैंड साइड सेम हो. This is what satisfies. Okay, I hope this is clear to all of you. Try to ignore some noises. आज कुछ ज्यादा ही noise है. Just try to ignore them. Okay, so we are done with how to solve a linear equation. Now we are going to come to our main topic, that is pair of linear equation in two variables. Right now I told you why it is called a linear equation in one variable, because there is an equal to sign. Why it is linear? Because the degree of the equation is 1. And why one variable? Because there is only one variable involved, that is x. So that is why it is called linear equation in one variable. Now the same thing goes to linear equation in two variable. When I say linear equation in two variable, it means I'm going to have an equation in which there will be two variables and the degree of that equation will be 1. Okay, so look at here. I'm going to write down a word problem. The sum of Rashi and Vikas ages, इन दोनों की ages का जो sum है is 36 years. So do I know the Rashi age? Do I know the age of Rashi? No, I do not know. I assume Rashi's age is X. See, the thing which we don't know, we assign a variable. जो चीजें हम नहीं मालूम उनको हम एक वेरिएबल असाइन कर देते हैं. Do I know the age of Vikas? No, I assume that it is Y. So the sum of Rashi and Vikas age is 36. So this is the equation we got, x plus y equals to 36. That type of equation is called linear equation in two variables. Why it is linear equation in two variables? Let's try to understand it from the words or from the heading. Linear equation in two variables. First of all, an equal to sign is involved here, so it's an equation. Okay, it's an equation. Now, linear equation in two variables. Are two variables involved here? Yes, x and y. There are two variables involved here, so it's a linear equation in. It's an equation in two variables. Now, why it is linear? Because the power of both the variables is 1, so that's why it's a linear equation in two variables. I hope it is clear for all of you. First of all, you need to check whether the equation contains equal to sign or not. Then you need to check whether the equation in equation has two variables or not. And finally, you need to check whether the exponent of the variables is 1 or not. So these three conditions. If an equation which does not fulfill these conditions, at least one condition or any one condition, I should say, then it's not a linear equation in two variables. Okay, I hope this is clear for all of you. All right, now let's understand. A new word is added here. I just told you linear equation in two variables. A new word is involved here, pair. Pair is what? Pair is something related to two things. Pair दो चीजों से related होता है. Pair is something related to two things. A pair of shoe, a pair of pen, a pair of socks, है ना? तो pair जहां पर भी आता है मतलब दो चीजें आती है, जोड़ा होता है, जोड़ा हिंदी में. तो when I say pair, it means pair of linear equation in two variables. यानी हमारे पास दो इक्वेशंस है, ठीक है, दो लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स. सो द जनरल फॉर्म is going to be first equation. I'm going to write down the general form. जनरल फॉर्म एक ऐसी फॉर्म होती है जिसको जिस फॉर्म में आप हर एक लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स को कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. फर्स्ट a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. You have already studied about them in 9th grade. It's nothing new. Second equation will be what? Second equation will be what? a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. So a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. This is what we called a pair of linear equation in two variables. इसी को हम बोलते हैं लीनियर इक्वेशन इन टू वेरिएबल्स का जोड़ा, पेयर ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशंस इन टू वेरिएबल्स. Okay, now students, let us see how can the graph of a linear equation looks like. See, I have already told you about the graph, the shape of the graph of a linear equation or a linear polynomial in polynomial chapter as well. Or in fact, you have studied about them in grade 9 as well. So graph of a linear equation is nothing but a straight line. How it is a straight line? Let's look at it. I'm going to write down a simple equation and we will try to plot the graph of it. X plus y equals to 2. So this is a linear equation in two variables. I'm going to plot the graph of it. What I need? X-axis, y-axis. So I need to plot a graph of this, and you already know how to plot the graph. We require some coordinates. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put x as 0 first, then y I'm going to get in this equation. If you put x as 0, 0 plus y equals to 2, y you are going to get. If you put y as 0, then you are going to get x as 2. Now you can take any other value. Suppose I'm putting x as 1, so it will be 1 plus y equals to 2. So obviously y is going to be 1. Okay, so you can take as many as values you want. Okay, but I'm going to plot these three values. Let me just mark the values here on the x and the y axis. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. This is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and so on. So first of all, we have 0, 0, 2. 0, 2 will lie on the y-axis. Here, 2, 0 will lie on the x-axis, and 1, 1 will lie over here. Okay, so if you join these 3 points now, what shape you are going to get? You are going to get a straight line. You are going to get a straight line, which is nothing but the graph of the equation x plus y equals to 2. So this is what we got. Okay, so from here we got that the graph of a linear equation, whether it is 2 variable, 1 variable, 3 variable, but if it is a linear equation, then the graph of a linear equation is always a straight line. हमेशा ध्यान रखिए, it's always a straight line. All right, students. Now let's discuss about the solution. See, solution of an equation means the values of the variable which satisfies the equation. Variables की वो values जो equation को satisfy करते हैं. Variables, the values of the variables which satisfies the equation. Which satisfies the equation. मतलब वेरिएबल्स की वो वैल्यूज जो हमारे इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई कर जाए, वही इक्वेशन का सॉल्यूशन होती है. फॉर एग्जांपल अभी मैंने ये सॉल्व करके दिखाया. देखो 0,2 इज अ सॉल्यूशन. 0,2 एक सॉल्यूशन था. जब आपने x को 0 रखा, y को 2 रखा, तो इक्वेशन सेटिस्फाई हो जाएगी. x को 0 रखो, 0 प्लस 2 इक्वल्स 2. ऑब्वियस सी बात है, तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड राइट हैंड साइड के इक्वल हो जाए. सो वो वैल्यू जो इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करते हैं, सॉल्यूशन होती है 0,2. 2,0 इज आल्सो द सॉल्यूशन. 1,1 इज आल्सो द सॉल्यूशन. सो डू यू सी समथिंग हियर? डू यू सी समथिंग हियर? A linear equation in two variables can have how many solution? कितने solution हो सकते हैं? Infinite solution हो सकते हैं. Why infinite solution? Because you all can see, मैं चाहूं तो और वैल्यूज भी ले सकता हूं. सपोज मैंने x को -2 रखा, तो y मेरे पास कितना आ जाएगा? y आ जाएगा 4. इस इक्वेशन के लिए बात कर रहा हूं मैं, है ना? ऐसे आप कुछ भी वैल्यूज रख सकते हो, कोई भी रियल वैल्यू रख सकते हो x और y की. आपके पास y की उसके कोरस्पॉन्डिंग, अगर आप x को कोई भी रियल वैल्यू रखते हो, तो y की कोई भी कोरस्पॉन्डिंग वैल्यू आएगी, रियल वैल्यू आएगी y की x के कोरस्पॉन्डिंग. ठीक है, तो इट कैन हैव इनफाइनाइट नंबर ऑफ सॉल्यूशन. और वन मोर थिंग, अगर आप ग्राफ से डिस्कस करना चाहते हो, तो एवरी पॉइंट ऑन द ग्राफ, इफ यू लुक एट हियर क्लोजली, यू विल गेट टू सी ऑल दीज पॉइंट जो मैंने निकाले, दे ऑल आर लाइंग ऑन द ग्राफ. जो भी मैंने निकाले वो सब ग्राफ पर लाई कर रहे हैं. क्लियरली आप देख सकते हो. So every point on the graph will satisfy the equation. हर point graph पर या line पर satisfy करेगा equation को. And on a line, on a straight line, how many points we can have? How many points we can have? Infinite number of points. So that's why a linear equation in two variables have infinite solution. A linear equation in two variables can have infinite solutions. All right. Now, students, I'm saying that there is the chapter name is pair of linear equation in two variables. So now how many graphs will be there? कितने ग्राफ्स होंगे? देखो भाई, पहली इक्वेशन का एक ग्राफ इसका फर्स्ट ग्राफ, और सेकंड इक्वेशन का भी एक ग्राफ, सेकंड ग्राफ, तो टोटल देयर विल बी टू ग्राफ्स, दो ग्राफ हो सकते हैं। अगर मैं दोनों दोनों इक्वेशन की ग्राफ को प्लॉट करना चाहूं तो वो ग्राफ आपस में कैसे हो सकते हैं? पहली पॉसिबिलिटी ये है कि दोनों के ग्राफ, अगर इफ यू कंसीडर माय फिंगर्स एज स्ट्रेट लाइंस, यू कैन सी देम। पहली पॉसिबिलिटी ये है कि बोथ ऑफ देम कैन इंटरसेक्ट ईच अदर, बोथ द ग्राफ्स कैन इंटरसेक्ट ईच अदर। सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी क्या है अभी बताता हूं। सो नाउ ऑल द possibilities of graphs of a pair of linear equation into variables। पहली पॉसिबिलिटी ये है भाई कि दोनों ग्राफ आपस में इंटरसेक्ट कर सकते हैं। दिस इज द फर्स्ट पॉसिबिलिटी। सो द फर्स्ट केस वी हैव इंटरसेक्टिंग केस, दोनों लाइन आपस में इंटरसेक्ट कर सकती है। इंटरसेक्टिंग, इसको हम बोलते हैं इंटरसेक्टिंग। सेकंड पॉसिबिलिटी वी कैन हैव बोथ द लाइंस कैन लाई ओवर वन ओवर ईच अदर, एक दूसरे के ऊपर लाई कर सकती है, जस्ट लाइक माय फिंगर्स, है ना, एक दूसरे के ऊपर ये लाई कर सकती है। पहली लाइन ये रही, ठीक है, और इसी के ऊपर दूसरी लाइन भी लाई करती है, लाइक दैट, ठीक है। सो इस केस को हम बोलते हैं कोइंसिडेंट लाइंस, ठीक है। लास्ट पॉसिबिलिटी भी कैन हैव कि लाइन आपस में कभी टच ही ना करें, लाइन जो लाइन आपस में कभी टच नहीं करती, दे आर व्हाट, पैरेलल लाइंस। सो द थर्ड पॉसिबिलिटी वी हैव पैरेलल लाइंस। ओके, सो यही तीन केस हमें पढ़ने हैं। वी हैव टू look at the algebraic condition or the condition between the ratios of the coefficients of all these three cases, and also we'll be looking them graphically, and then we will be solving linear word problems. Word problems are really important of this chapter. You will expect at least, I would say at least one question in your board exam, in your school exams. You will get to see, if in term one you may get to see a question of 5 marks, or a case study, or a 3-mark question as well from these word problems. Okay, so these are really important. We'll be discussing each and every one of them. We'll be solving a lot of questions. This chapter is my favorite chapter because the possibilities are infinite in this chapter, like infinite, I would say. There can be a lot of questions which may be asked based on word problems. So if you want to do the competency based question, if you want to understand, you can do the questions for this chapter. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you still have any query, you can always ask me in the comment section, or you can mail me at maths7810@gmail.com. I'll provide you the Gmail link. And if you do like my content, and if you see that I'm working hard, so you can just subscribe the channel. That will help me a lot to grow my channel, and just recommend these videos to your friends as well if they are studying in 10th standard, or those who want to improve their mathematical skills, because the mathematics up to class 10th is really important. You'll get to see whenever you go for a company interview, wherever you go, if you opt for any competitive exams, there will be a section of aptitude, quantitative aptitude, or reasoning. So that is related to the maths up to class 10th. Okay, so you have to make sure that up to class 10th, your math should be on your fingertips. Okay, this is really important to develop the problem solving skills. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to end the session.